So now we will see the construction of a glass board. That you must have seen our video on YouTube where a teacher was writing on a glass board and there was an image of a heart which was superimposed on the glass. So how we did it? So before learning exactly how we did it, we will see the construction of a glass board. So first we will see what is right in front of you. You can see on the screen, this is a glass board which is used to create the light board videos. So this is the glass, and you can see this glass is mounted with aluminium pipes, hollow aluminium rectangular pipes to hold it. And then I'll show you that this is a wooden assembly to hold the glass, and this wooden assembly has rollers so that you can move the glass once you are done recording. Like I'll zoom in and you can see this rollers, which earlier air coolers, domestic air coolers used to have that to move. Like you can see clearly, I'll further zoom in. So these are the rollers that you need to fix, and this can be fixed with the help of any local carpenter will help you fix this, and you can get this rollers in a good hardware, any good hardware store you'll get it. So this is how the glass board holding assembly is. So this is the wooden mounting which you can see on both sides, the rollers, like you can see, with stoppers. The rollers also have stoppers so that once you have finalized the location where you have to place the glass board, you can add this brakes which are on the rollers so that it will avoid the glass to move during a recording. Now, like you can see, I told you this is the aluminium hollow pipes which are fixed with the roller, with the wooden assembly to hold the glass. And you can see clearly that there is a gap between the glass and the aluminium pipe. Now I'll just zoom in more that how these aluminium pipes are holding the glass. So like you can see that there are clamps connected to the aluminium pipe, and that is holding the glass. Now these clamps are on the four sides of the glass, two on the right and two on the left, like you can see. Now I'll show you the other two which are holding the glass. Like you can see, these are the other two. I hope you can clearly see this, and you can instruct your carpenter how to construct this one. And now I will tell you what this glass is covered with on the border. It is covered with LED strip. Like you can see, this is the LED strip with which you have to cover the edges of the glass. Three side edges of the glass should be covered with LED strip. Like you can see, and this LED strip which is fixed to the edges of the glass on three sides, top, left and right, like you can see. And the LEDs should be facing to the edge of the glass, like you can see here, and it should be surrounded on all the three sides, like you can see. So the glass board construction is really simple, it's not very difficult. And now you can see another set of LED strip. This is the LED strip which you have to get from the market, which we will be using. And why we have again sticked this LED strip here on this wooden board, because what happens in a glass board, the light comes usually from the three sides, from the left, from the right, and from the top. But you need to give a little light from the bottom so that there shouldn't be any shadow on the face of the instructor. So I hope you must have understood the construction of the glass board. So this is the whole glass board, from the rollers to the wooden mounting to the hollow aluminium pipes which is holding the glass. So now I'll tell you more about this. The glass is a low iron glass. You can also call it a high clarity glass. This is a high clarity glass, crystal clear high clarity glass, and you can get it from a good glass manufacturer in your town. You just have to tell them that you need a high clarity crystal clear glass. That is also known as a aquarium glass, and this glass contains very low iron, and the thickness of this glass is 12 mm, and the length and the width will depend as per your convenience. Basically, this glass is just a replica, a demo version of how a glass board or a light board recording should be. So you have seen this. I have told you the configuration, like the specs of the measurements and dimensions of the glass. Again I'll repeat, the thickness of the glass should be 12 mm, and the length and width are generally 7 feet by 5 feet, and it will depend upon your convenience that what length and width you require for recording of your glass board or light board video lectures. Now we have left with one more thing, that we have to show you the markers. So these are the markers, Expo Neon dry erase markers. Like you can see, you can get it online, and this is a dry erase marker, so you don't have to spend hours and hours to clean the glass, because the biggest question while doing a glass board recording is the efforts that is required to clean the glass. So use these markers which you can get from Amazon or Flipkart, Expo Neon dry erase markers. As you can see on the screen, these are the dry erase markers, and you can use a cotton cloth, like you can see this green cloth, to clean the glass surface, or any other soft cotton material that you can use. So this is all about glass board construction and the equipments required for the glass board construction. Now we will see how to record a glass board video in the next lecture. Thank you. So now we will see that how we have set up the glass board. As you can see, the light on the right side of the glass board and the left side of the glass board, and these lights which you can see are soft lights. They are known as studio lights, and Simpex is a good brand for these kind of lights. Then you can see there is a black curtain. This black curtain, you can see the light right now. This is a soft light. This is a LED soft light. You can see it is mounted with a stand. Then you can see the power socket. You can see the black curtain that we have fixed so that the background should be black. Because we need a dark background. So we will see one by one. Now you have seen this black curtain properly. Then you can see another light, because we need to create a light beam on the teacher. This is another light fixed on the tripod stand. This is also fixed on a tripod stand. So these two lights basically does the purpose of lighting. Now we will show you this. This is a glass board, the glass board setup, and how we constructed it we have already covered in our earlier lecture. You can see there is a LED at the bottom. This is just to give some light on the face of the teacher, so that there shouldn't be any shadows. So this is the light board, and the two lights, as you can see, this is the wooden mounting assembly with rollers. Now we will see what are we using to capture this whole light board. So as you can see right now on the screen, this is a Sony PJ675 Handycam, which is a full HD handy camera, and it is fixed on a tripod. Like you can see, this is a tripod. Go for a good tripod. It should be rugged and strong and durable. So this is the Sony Handycam, which is a full HD camera. Now what you can see here right now is a monitor, is a external monitor, which is known as a confidence monitor, so that the teacher, when the teacher is writing on the glass board, whatever recording is happening, he can see it in real time on this confidence monitor. Now this is the system on which we will be doing the recording on OBS of glass board. So I hope you are getting a clear idea that how the setup is all about. Now this confidence monitor is connected to the HDMI out of the computer. Like you can see, this is a CPU which we are using to record, and this is the view. This is the view from the camera. Currently the camera is off. We just want to show you how to make all the arrangements, and you can see the lightings as well, left, right, and on the top. These are the lights. This is the tripod. So this camera has a micro HDMI output, which will be connected to the computer, to OBS, through the HDMI capture card. So like you have seen, we have started the handy camera, and now I will show you closely. This is the micro HDMI out. As you can see, this is the micro HDMI out right next to the projector in. So this is the HDMI out through which you will get a cable along with this handy camera that you have to connect to HDMI out, this micro HDMI out to HDMI. Now my colleague Mr. Ravi will help me out with this. So we will be connecting the micro HDMI to this port. So this is the micro HDMI cable. As you can see, this is the micro HDMI cable which comes along with this handy camera. So one port of this micro HDMI cable you have to insert in the micro HDMI slot. Like you can see, this is connected. Now the other end of the micro HDMI cable, with the help of an extension, HDMI extension cable, which is coming right from the Sony handy camera to the HDMI capture card. In this case, we are using an Elgato capture card. Like if you can clearly see this, now you can see. As you can see, there is an HDMI, Elgato HDMI gaming. So that's the capture card that we are using, and we will be inserting this HDMI cable in the input slot of the Elgato capture card. So now you can see my colleague is helping me out. He has inserted this. Like you can see, we have inserted this HDMI cable coming from the camera to the Elgato HDMI capture card's input. Now all is remaining is you have to connect your external monitor that we have just addressed as a confidence monitor. Right now you can see on in the screen on the right side, this one which I'm talking about is an external monitor, also known as a confidence monitor. So that whatever the recording will happen, whatever the things you will be adding, the images and all which all you will be adding, that will appear on the confidence monitor. So now this is the HDMI cable of the confidence monitor, and we will be inserting this HDMI cable to the graphic card. As in this case we are having a graphic card, NVIDIA graphic card, so we'll be inserting this HDMI to the graphic card HDMI. Or if you don't have a graphic card, you can simply plug into the normal HDMI slot of your desktop. So now we have fixed this HDMI cable of the confidence monitor. Like you can see, is it clear to you that this is the HDMI cable of this blue is the HDMI cable coming from the confidence monitor that we have kept for the teacher to see, because many of you must be having the impression that are we using a projector to project an image on the glassboard? But no, we don't use any projector to project any kind of image on the glassboard. On the glassboard, nothing is projected. What all is projected is inside the software. And what this software does, it merges the teacher, the glassboard, writing work and the image in real time. So you see a complete one image, and this whole one image is in the main computer, as well as you extend that to the confidence monitor, so that the teacher who's writing on the glassboard will be able to recognize where exactly the image is and how to write on it. So I hope you have understood that how we have connected both our camera to the HDMI capture card, and from the graphic card we have connected this monitor. And if you don't have a graphic card, then you can use the normal HDMI out port of your computer, which is on the motherboard. I hope you have understood how we have done this. We will see about Lightboard video lecture recording. Like you have seen, the teacher is writing on a glass board. Basically the Lightboard is nothing but a glass board which is enclosed with LED lighting and all the other arrangements that we have shown you while in the video, where we have shown you the construction of a Lightboard, how the Lightboard is constructed. And I'm talking about the LED lighting which I have shown you in the previous lecture in the construction of Lightboard video. So now, how to record a Lightboard video? So first we will start the OBS. This is a fresh, I have just done the factory reset of OBS. So you can see auto configuration wizard, which we have to do. Click on no, click on OK, maximize it, settings, go to video, click on the base canvas, and output resolution should be the same. If possible, make sure both the resolutions are 1920 into 1080. Go to the output, click on the output mode from simple to advanced, then go to the recording and change the encoder settings from use encoder stream, use stream encoder to X264 or NVIDIA if you have a graphic card. You can select the graphic card, and if you don't have a graphic card in your system, you can select X264. So now I have a graphic card, so I have selected the graphic card. I will apply, click on OK. And now I will rename this scene, because there is only one scene that we will be creating. So no need to rename it. If you still want to rename it, you can rename it as Lightboard or Glassboard. So now let's start add the sources. So like you have seen that what all we will need to capture. So like first we will be capturing, I have connected a Sony Handy camera through the Elgato capture card. So I have connected a Sony Handycam PJ675 to an Elgato HD60 Pro HDMI capture card. So I will capture that. So you'll have to click on the plus sign of sources, click on the video capture device. You can rename this as Sony Handy Camera. I am using Sony Handy Camera. If you're using any other Handycam, you can give the name of that Handycam, just to remember that what we are adding. Sony Handy Camera, and you can see this game capture, it has already taken Sony Handycam config. So now I have just added this Sony Handy Camera through an HDMI capture card. In my case, I am using an Elgato HD60 Pro capture card. So now you can see the frame, you can see the lights. I will quickly show you. I will go to the camera and I'm just zooming out, and you can see both the lights. One is on the left and other one is on the right of Mr. Avi. So now what you have to do is you have to zoom from your camera. You have to zoom in. So I think this frame is perfect. Like you can see the teacher, and now the black portion, the black area should be clearly visible. So for that we will have to do the exposure settings. So now you can see that the view we can see is the teacher who is standing behind the glass board, and you can see, if you can properly see, that the screen of OBS is also visible on the glass in the middle. If you can see, Avi sir, can you please show that the screen which is visible on this screen, the desktop screen is visible on the glass.
Yes.
It is somewhere. If you can, Avi sir can move. This is the place where the screen is visible. So you have to make sure that you have to keep the screen somewhat perpendicular to this, so that the screen won't be visible. In this case, I will just turn the screen so the reflection of the screen will not be visible on the glass. So like you can see, there is no reflection on the glass now. The only thing that we have to do is we have to do some basic settings. We will click on the exposure settings of the camera, which is, in this case, in the Sony Handycam, it is in, click on the menu, click on the camera and mic, and then go down, and you can see the exposure, and exposure from which will be in auto. You have to select manual, and you can increase the exposure till a point that the background appears to be black and the teacher is visible clearly. And now I think this is the perfect settings for exposure. Now what we'll do is we will quickly see how to add a human heart. But before that, we will show you that the teacher needs to see the confidence monitor. So the confidence monitor is an external HDMI monitor that is connected, which we will show you. That is connected so that the teacher can see what is being projected on the screen. So currently the confidence monitor is right below, which we will show you where it is placed and how it will look. So we will give an output first. We will right click on this. We will right click and we will select the full screen projector view. And in our case, the projector view is given to the Dell monitor. So I will just click on the Dell monitor. So now the projector view, the teacher can see himself, and on the screen he can see himself on the confidence monitor, that is the Dell monitor that we have connected, which we will show you. Now we have to add the animation to the screen. Simply we have to click on the plus sign, add the image, click on rename it heart. So now we'll add an image, a PNG image, a background free image, which is currently in the PNG image heart beating. Okay, like the one which you have seen in our YouTube channel. The heart video, how we are using. So now the teacher is standing at the center. Now the teacher will move at, this is the scene where the teacher is writing something. So I will request Mr. Ravi to please write something on the glass board. So Mr. Ravi is writing something on the glass board. Now you can see what he's writing is looking the opposite, but we have to flip it. So we have to click on the Sony Handycam, right click to click on the transform, and we have to go to flip horizontal. Now whatever Mr. Avi is writing will be in the right direction. So now Mr. Avi will show you how he will do the labeling of the heart. So you can see first, before flipping the image, it was looking the opposite, because now you can see the teacher has to look on the confidence monitor. Like you can see the eyes of our teacher. He's looking on the confidence monitor right now, and he's able to see the heart image on the confidence monitor, and he's writing. And on the glass board, the heart is not projected on the glass board, the heart is projected on the confidence monitor, like you can see here in this case. So we will show you the confidence monitor as well as the real scenario of the glass, that how the glass appears to be. So now you can see the teacher is writing on the glass board, and in this software in OBS you can see the image that we have imported, how it looks. You can see the view. There is no heart image on the glass board, because many teachers had the misconception that heart image or any other image is being projected on the glass through a projector, but that's not the reality. As you can see, the teacher is looking at the confidence monitor. You can see the teacher is looking at the confidence monitor to locate the heart. As you can see, the teacher is looking at the confidence monitor. I will show you how it is looking on the confidence monitor. Confidence monitor, the sole purpose of confidence monitor is to give the teacher some coordinates or references through which he can do the marking on a particular image that has been imported in the software, because the image is not on the glass board. Like you can see the recording that's happening on OBS. This is the recording that's happening on the OBS. You can see the teacher, you can see what he's writing, and that's the neon glowing pens, that's why it's glowing. And this is the confidence monitor. Like if you can see, I'll show you, this is the confidence monitor, and the teacher looks at the confidence monitor to locate the image, wherever that image is. Then he writes it, taking some references, he writes it, and once he has located the image, then it becomes easy for him to do other markings looking at the confidence monitor. For many of you, you might be finding it really difficult by looking at this video, that it must be really difficult, but trust me, in 1 or 2 practice sessions you will get very used to these recordings, the glassboard recording, and you will enjoy this. You will enjoy creating a video like this. The only thing what happens here, you can see the eyesight of the teacher. The teacher is marking looking at the confidence monitor. See, he has just done a marking looking at the confidence monitor, and on the screen, on the glass, he can't see anything. So that's the behind the scene. This is the behind the scene video that we have shot just to show you that how the things are happening. So like now you have seen that how the heart is not exactly on the glass board. Like you have seen just now, I have shown you that the heart is not on the glass board. It is not projected on the glass board, but it is inserted in the OBS software. And how we did it, we just added a PNG image of heart in OBS through source. just now, like we have shown you. So this is all about a glass board, and in this glass board, again, like you have added the heart image, you have added the Sony handy camera, and you have to add the audio input capture. So don't forget to add the audio input capture, which is currently in this situation, it's a Boya microphone BYM1, which we have added. This is the audio input capture, and all you need to add is a filter to this audio. So this will be the audio, the noise suppression filter, and you have to close. And now you can start recording your Glassboard video lecture, and you can import as many images as you want without the background free images, and you can label them, and you can make beautiful videos of Glassboard, like the one you're seeing right now on the screen, and many more. So this is all about the Glassboard, and you have to make sure that the lighting should be in a proper way, from the left, from the right, and at the top of the teacher. So you have to project the light, a light beam on the teacher. The light shouldn't fall on the black surface which is behind the teacher, either it should not fall on the glass. The light should create a beam, just it will fall on the teacher, and from the top, from the left, from the right. So this is the special care that you have to take, which we have already shown you in the video while making the arrangements of a Glassboard, of the lighting and all the things. So I hope you have understood this. It is very simple to use. It's not very complicated. The only thing which matters is the lighting that you provide, and the exposure setting, which I have shown you, which is really important. You have to put the exposure settings from automatic to manual, and then you have to decrease it to a point that the teacher is visible, but the surface should become black. It should become dark. And there is one more thing, that you can see the fonts which is written on the Glassboard. They are glowing. They are glowing because the LED strip which we have fixed on all the three side, the edges of the glass, and they are currently in the on position. That's why the text which is being written on the glass is glowing. This quick dry erase glowing markers, they glow when the LED light is on. When the light touches the fonts, these fonts glow. Like my colleague Mr. Avi is writing on the glass, so you can see this is how it glows. So like we have shown you, Expo Neon Dry Erase Marker. These are the markers, and to wipe it off, it is very easy. It gets cleaned very easy. See, like you can see that it's glowing. So now you can create whatever, you can import images, or if you don't want to import images, you just want to write and explain, that is also you can do with the help of this setup. And the setup is very simple. It's not very complicated. Like you have seen the recording, it's very simple and very easy to use. So I hope you have understood how to create a Glassboard video. Now we hope that you can create a better video than us, and like share some samples with us, and so that we can help you to improve the quality even further. Thank you.